Respected elders, educationists, dear teachers and dear students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who have been subscribed our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. To teachers and dear students and educationists, in this class we are going to see the production of four consonant phonemes: ich, e, o, and er. Come, let us see how they are produced. Production of, English consonant phonemes. Production of part 6. Production of four consonant phonemes: ich, e, o, er. With the diagrams. Video 98. Dated 22/10/2023. Production of the four consonant phonemes: ich, e, o, and er. Consonant phonemes number 21. Production of ich. Production of ich. The name of this phoneme is ich. Production of ich. First definition. The definition of Daniel Jones. Ich is produced when air passes out through a narrowing in the glottis. Through a narrowing in the glottis, and the mouth is held in a position for a vowel. Daniel Jones. Ich is produced when air passes out through a narrowing in the glottis, and the mouth is held in position for a vowel. Daniel Jones. Mine. Ich is produced by keeping the mouth in the position for a vowel and narrowing the glottis and sounding. This is my definition. That is, it is produced by keeping the mouth in the position for a vowel and narrowing the glottis and sounding. You see, first let us see the diagram, and then we will come to the explanation. You see, this ich is produced by keeping the mouth in the position of a vowel. Keeping the mouth for the position of a vowel, and then narrowing the glottis, and sending out the air pushed by the vocal cords through the mouth. This was the explanation. That is, keeping the mouth for the position of a vowel and narrowing the glottis and sending out the air pushed out by the vocal cords through the mouth. This is the way of producing the glottis consonant ih. Explanation. It is produced by keeping the mouth in the position for a vowel and narrowing the glottis and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. That is, when the glottis is narrowed, the air pushed out by the vocal cords gets out through the mouth with some friction, producing the phoneme ih. Ih, ih, ih. Keeping the mouth for a vowel and narrowing the throat and narrowing the glottis and narrowing the glottis. That is narrowing the vocal cords, narrowing the glottis, narrowing the vocal cords, and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. This phoneme is produced. That's all. Ih, 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 hen, hen. This, mostly this phoneme appears in the beginning of a syllable. Ih appears mostly in the beginning of a syllable. But the vocal cords remain without any vibration when this phoneme is produced. Hence it is called voiceless glottal fricative. When this phoneme ih is produced, the vocal cords do not vibrate. Hence it is called a voiceless glottal fricative. Example: ich verhen, he, hell. Yes, this phoneme mostly appears in the beginning of a syllable. Hen, he, hell. In the beginning of a syllable it appears, not at the end of a syllable. Note: this phoneme is absent in Tamil. The Sanskrit ih is more or less equivalent to ih. Yes, the way of producing, that is keeping the mouth for a vowel and narrowing the glottis and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. This is the way of producing the phoneme ih, the glottis fricative. Now we are going to see the protection of the 22nd phoneme. Its name is a, 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 a. Definition: this phoneme is a quick glide of the front tongue from the position of the vowel e or e in the direction of some other vowel. This is the definition given by Daniel Jones. A is produced by a quick glide of the front tongue from the position of the vowel e or e in the direction of some other vowel. This is the definition of Daniel Jones. Let us see my definition. A is produced by moving the front tongue from the position of the vowel E or E in the direction of some other vowel and sounding. This is my definition. That is, E is produced by moving the front tongue from the position of E or E towards some other vowels. It is, E is produced by moving the front tongue from the position of the vowel E or E in the direction of some other vowel and sounding. This is my definition. So first let us see the diagram and then we will come to see the explanation. You see, the E, this is the way of putting. See, E, see, when the tip of the tongue moves from the position of, when the tip of the tongue, when the front tongue moves from the position of E or E in the direction of some other vowels towards, in the direction of some other vowels, towards some other vowels. The air pushed out by the vocal cords comes out, escapes through the mouth, producing the phoneme A. That is, when the front tongue moves from the position of A or E towards some other vowel, the air pushed out by the vocal cords escapes through this way and comes out through the mouth, producing the phoneme A. When the front tongue moves from the position of E or E towards some other vowel, the air pushed out by the vocal cords escapes through the mouth, producing the phoneme E. Ear, ears, yellow, yet. Now, let us see the explanation. Its explanation, 4 syllables. A is produced by moving the front tongue from the position of the vowel E or E in the direction of some other vowel and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to go out through the mouth with some noise. That is, when we move the front tongue from the position of the vowel E or E towards some other vowel, the air pushed out by the vocal cords comes out through the mouth with some noise, producing the phoneme A. A is produced by moving the front tongue from the position of the vowel E or E in the direction of some other vowel and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to go out, to get out through the mouth with some noise. That is, when we move the front tongue from the position of the vowel E or E towards some other vowel, the air pushed out by the vocal cords comes out through the mouth with some noise, producing the phoneme A. Okay? The vocal cords vibrate when this phoneme is produced. Hence, it is called voiced palatal semivowel. Example: A for air, age, young. Young, yellow, not yellow. Yellow. According to Jimson, this consonant is more. According to Jimson, this consonant is more like vowel, but functionally it is more consonantal than vowel-like. So he calls it a semivowel. See, as Jimson feels that the phoneme A looks like a vowel, but by function, It is more consonantal than vowel. So he calls it semi-vowel. Note, this phoneme is similar to the Tamil phoneme E, but they are not equivalent. And 23rd phoneme, English phoneme. That is, the name of this phoneme is O. O. It is more or less like a Tamil vowel phoneme O. So, I mean short vowel phoneme O. O. Protection of O. Definition of Daniel Jones. O is a quick glide of the back tongue from the position of the vowel O in the direction of some other vowel. Daniel Jones. That is, O is a quick glide of the front back tongue from the position of the vowel O in the direction of some other vowel. That's all. This is the definition given by Daniel Jones. Mine, let us see mine. O is produced by moving the back tongue from the position of the vowel O in the direction of some other vowel and sounding. This is mine. That is, A is produced by moving the back tongue, from the position of O towards some other vowel. That is in the direction of some other vowel and sounding. Now let us see the diagram. See, this is the place where the phoneme U and U are produced. This is the place the phoneme U and U. It is the phonemes U and U's. See, this is the place. Here, the two vowel phonemes U and U are produced. See, this is the place. This is the place of the back tongue. Here, the vowel phonemes woo and woo are produced. When the back of this tongue moves from the position of either woo or woo towards some other vowel. That is, when the back of the tongue moves from the position of the vowel woo or woo towards some other vowel. The phoneme to vowels. The air pushed out by the vocal cords comes out through the mouth, producing the phoneme O. Again, when the back of the tongue moves from the position of woo or woo towards some other vowel, the air pushed out by the vocal cords comes out through this way of producing the vowel O. This is the way of how the semi-vowel O is produced. Let us see the explanation. It is fine. W is produced by moving the back tongue from the position of the vowel oo or oo in the direction of some other vowel and allowing the air to push out the vocal cords and cut out through the mouth with some noise. That is, when we move the back tongue from the position of the vowel oo or oo towards some other vowel, the air pushed out by the vocal cords comes out through the mouth with some noise, producing the phoneme O. When O is produced, the mouth is held in the position of producing O. And when O is produced, the mouth is held in the position of producing O. So we will say producing O. Producing O. Producing O. The tongue is, the mouth is held in the position of producing O. Vocal cords vibrate when this phoneme is produced. Hence, it is called voiced labio-vowel semi-vowel. Example: O for we, won't, water, what. According to Jimson, it is consonant is more like vowel, but functionally it is more consonantal than vowel line. So he calls it a semi-vowel. Note, the phoneme is similar to the Tamil vowel phoneme O, but they are not equivalent. Further, it is a semi-vowel. It is the phoneme. The phoneme O is like similar to the Tamil vowel O, but they are not equivalent because O is a full vowel, whereas whereas O is a semi-vowel. More or less, its function is like a consonant. Now, let us see the 24th consonant, English consonant phoneme. Air. The name of this phoneme is air, not R. Air. The name of this phoneme is air. First of all, let us see the definition of Daniel Jones. Air is produced by holding the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate to cause friction and lowering the central part with a general contraction of the tongue. So this is the definition given by Daniel Jones. That is, air is produced by holding the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate to cause friction, not close enough to the palate to cause friction, and lowering the middle and lowering the central part of the tongue, and with the general contraction of the tongue, lowering the central part with the general contraction of the tongue. This is the definition given by Daniel Jones. Again, air is produced by holding the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate to cause friction, and lowering the central part with a general contraction of the tongue. This is the definition given by Daniel Jones. Let us see mine. It is produced by holding the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate to cause friction and lowering the central part with a general contraction of the tongue and sounding. Listen here. We should sound it. Then only any noise could be produced. Without the vibration of the vocal cords, no noise could be produced from the mouth. So I am using the word sounding. Air is produced by keeping the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate to cause friction and lowering the central part of the tongue and with the general contraction, lowering the central part of the tongue and narrowing the general contraction and narrowing the entire tongue. That's all. Now let us see the diagram. You see, air is produced by keeping the tip of the tongue near the soft palate, keeping the tip of the tongue, keeping the front tongue or tip of the tongue near the hot palate, keeping it not making any contact with the palate, and lowering the central tongue, and narrowing the entire tongue and allowing the air pushed by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. This is the way of how this phoneme air is produced. Again, air is produced by keeping the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate, lowering the central part of the tongue and narrowing the entire tongue and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords, allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to come out, that is to escape from the mouth. The tip of the tongue is held near, not close enough to the palate, and the center of the tongue is lowered, and the entire tongue is narrowed. The air pushed out by the vocal cords automatically escapes through this way, producing the phoneme air, air. This is the way of the phoneme. Air is produced. Now let us see the explanation. Or is produced by holding the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate to cause friction and allowing the central part with the general contraction of the tongue and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to get out through the mouth with some noise. Lips are wide open when this phoneme is produced. Lips are wide open. Yeah, lips are wide open when this phoneme is produced. But this is my explanation. The vocal cords vibrate when this phoneme is produced. Hence it is called a voiced, a post-alveolar frictionless continuant. These, as the vocal cords vibrate when this phoneme is produced, it is called voiced, post-alveolar frictionless continuant. Example, if, alright, right, right, and alright. Both are homophones, alright and right, homophones. Notes. Ear is similar to the Tamil consonant phoneme ear, but they are not equivalent. Further, we can say that more or less that the Tamil consonant phoneme ear is not available in English. Third, when air is produced, the tip of the tongue is touching the post-alveolar. But when air is produced, the tip of the tongue does not touch the post-alveolar. This is the difference between, the Tamil consonant phoneme ear and the English consonant phoneme air. Ear, air, ear, air. You see the diagrams. The tip of the tongue is not having any contact with the palate here. But when air is produced, the tip of the tongue is having a contact with the palate. But this is the difference between air and ear. Ear, air, ear, air. This. Thus, I respected elders, educationists, the teachers and their students. Thus, we have seen the protection of the four phonemes: ich, e, o, and ear. Ich is produced by keeping the lips mouth for the position of a vowel and narrowing the vocal cords, narrowing the vocal cords in the glottis, narrowing the vocal cords and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to come out through the mouth. Ich, ich, ich is produced by keeping the mouth for the position of your vowel and narrowing the vocal cords in the glottis and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to come out through the mouth. Ich. Then a this phoneme is produced when the tip of the tongue is moved from the position of E or E towards some other vowel and allowing the air to escape through the mouth. Again, E is produced by moving the front tongue from the position of E or E towards some other vowel and allowing the air pushed by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. E, E, yes, allow, ear. Then this phoneme, O, it is O, its name is O. O is produced by moving the back of the tongue from the position of either U or U towards some other vowel and allowing the air pushed by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. Then this, frictionless frictionless continuant air is produced by keeping the tip of the tongue not close enough to the palate, cord palate, and lowering the middle of the tongue and narrowing the entire tongue and allowing the air pushed out by the vocal cords to escape through the mouth. Air. Alright. So this, thus we will see respected elders, educationists and dear teachers and dear students. So thus we have seen the protection of the four English phonemes. Ich, E, O, Er. These four phonemes we have seen. And also we have seen the similarity between the four English phonemes and Tamil phonemes. In which ways, out of these four consonant phoneme, three phonemes A, O and Er are near the Tamil phonemes E, O and Er, but they are not equivalent. Thus we have seen. Dear teachers, it is my kind request you get the entire form of producing the English phonemes. 44 English phonemes. Of all the 44 English phonemes, 12 vowels, 8 diphthongs and 24 consonants, I have explained with the diagrams. In course of time, I will be repeating it. It is your part. You should get mastery in the protection of these 44 English phonemes. Then only you could express fluently your ideas about this language, about the topics given. So it is the utmost part of the teaching faculty, the teaching community, to acquire the entire picture of protection of the 44 English phonemes and also the protection of the 33 Tamil phonemes. It is your utmost part. Unless you earn mastery in the protection of both English, particularly English phonemes, you can't fluently express your ideas. So try your best to earn mastery in the protection of both English and Tamil phonemes. I thank you very much for watching by listening to my lessons regarding the protection of the four phonemes. Till I meet you in the next class, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time.